again, I'm not spoiling anything from last night, what's sitting on your DVR, those 2 episodes from last night. I mean, they do get in at one point about what a rock concert it was in terms of trying to get tickets for the Last Dance years, or just in terms for Jordan anywhere on the road or at home, and what it meant, and how Chicagoans and people from, Chicagoland, or from what you're pointing out, St. Louis or Bulls country, how we may never see anything like that again. And I understand who LeBron is and what the Warriors have become, et cetera, but there's nothing quite like those Jordan Bulls.
No doubt. And it probably would, like you mentioned both teams that would, like the kind of LeBron phenomenon would be the closest. And, of course, when Golden State was just in that frenzy of just winning, and, everywhere they showed up would be a circus. But nothing was like Jordan could. They could pull this kind of energy anywhere in the country. Wherever he showed up, it would be the craziest night in town. Everybody's going to show up. It's going to be big. I'd liken it to Mike Tyson, the old Mike Tyson fights. Like, it was the best of the best. Everybody's going to come. You're going to put on your best. You're going to party the hardest. You're going to watch. It's going to be exciting, and that's the attitude when the MJ would show up.
Yeah, and unfortunately for many that he was competing against, just like Tyson fights, if you missed the first 2 minutes, it was over.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be like, man, I was still ironing my outfit and missed the whole thing. Wow.
Did I hear you say that you had a Bulls robe? Did I hear you say that?
I got a beautiful robe, man. Someone did for me with the great Bulls, embroidery on it, and it's so cool.
Nice. Okay, I like that. Cedric the Entertainer here again. The Neighborhood, currently airing Mondays on CBS, starring in part this gentleman right here on the Rich Eisen Show, and we'll get to that in a second. The original Kings of Comedy. It's interesting too. You're going to see some Spike in the Last Dance from Sunday night, because of he was Mars Blackman, and we talk about Jordan's Nike commercials and how Spike was the director and so much of a creative force behind all that. What was it like with Spike for the original Kings of Comedy? You were one of the 4 hilarious stand-up acts that were featured in that film.
Again, Spike, I think he came on board to shoot the tour. We had been touring around the country probably several years before we decided to shoot the movie, and he saw it in New York, and again, probably like the same way that he kind of saw Jordan. He saw this as a piece of culture and a piece of like a real Americana that it had to be captured and shot in a way that he could tell you this story. And I think that's the way that he did the Jordan phenomenon, but captured it in the shoes. And it was one of these things that, again, one of the biggest, catchphrases that we've ever heard in advertising. It's got to be the shoes. It's got to be the shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And that partnership that he had, those iconic commercials, to see little, Spike Lee so small up against Jordan, and then that this unlikely friendship between him as character Mars Blackman and MJ. I feel like it led to so many other, images, including the Geico lizard nowadays. I think that's all part of this whole starting from Mars.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.